Hi, Cancer. So, how did your season go? I trust that most of you kept your word on not telling people off. Some of you, if you had to, I understand. I totally get it. Sometimes you just have to tell people how it is. Okay, if you are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. I cannot read for all cancers, so if this does not resonate with you, please don't try to make it resonate with you. If you're looking for information on how to donate to the channel or how to find me for a private reading, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. And I do want to thank all of my cancers for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes last month. I really appreciate it. But we are now in Leo season. So let's get into your August 2019 read. If you're ready for it. Okay. Interesting. Cards do not want to move. I am getting so much messages. The cards haven't even came out yet. Okay, I'm going to try to talk up. I've been being really quiet. I think it's because Mercury is in retrograde. Yeah, see, I can't even talk. Mercury is in retrograde still. It's going to be that way. Probably the shadow effects of it are going to last for a little over 2 weeks, but it is in the sign of Cancer still, or it's just went into the sign of Cancer, just so you're aware of that. People might not understand what you're saying. That happens sometimes during Mercury retrograde. Try not to let it bother you. Make sure that you are recharging whenever you need to recharge as a Cancer. This month, I am going to be doing a general read for all of my signs for the first read. And then I am going to see about doing a soul connection read, basically, for the second half of the month. I do believe that I will have time to do it this month. This month feels so much better already. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I'll take it. We have 2 more placements for cards. Okay, 1 more placement for card. We'll get right to it. Okay. Okay, I can tell you right now. Okay, this is going to incorporate astrology into it. I will explain the astrology behind this. If you know numerology, also apply that to this for yourself. I would also look up any transits that you're experiencing. I'm getting a lot of astrological energy from this read so far, but I will explain it to you all so that you understand it to the best of my ability, okay? So the central theme of the reading is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles talks about equal give and take, okay? Equal give and take in Pentacles usually talks about money, but it's also energy, okay? So if you are out here doing the kind of work that I'm doing, or you're a healer, or you are any type of person that is out there doing any type of work that is helpful to the collective, you need to make sure that even if things aren't equal give and take in certain aspects, that you're taking that time to really recharge, because you will get drained. I speak to you as a Cancer moon, and if I don't recharge, I get drained. So you need to really, really make sure that you're grounding yourself as well. I'm picking up with this card. And so far, I see 3 sixes in this read. This is 6th house. 6th house deals with health. So if you have any health concerns, please make sure you're going to your doctor and you're getting that checked out. I don't normally read on health, but astrology wise, 6s are showing up here. There's 3 of them. The 6th house also deals with work and routine. This also could deal with like fitness and things like that, but this is going to interact with home life and schedules and health and routines that's going on in your life. Okay? What's coming towards you is the Sun card. Okay? This talks about the sign of Leo. Okay? And most of the time, this card comes out, and it's going to come out a lot during Leo season because we are in Leo season. This talks about finding joy within, but also finding joy outside of yourself as well. Okay? This is combined with the Ace of Wands. This is a lot of fire energy. Fire energy helps propel us forward into doing the things that we want to do. People who are entrepreneurs, people who own their own businesses, oftentimes show up as a fire energy and not so much an earth energy, just so you're aware of that. Earth energy is what it takes to ground it all from, how do I explain this? So basically, like, you're manifesting things into your life, and you have a lot of passion and desire behind it, and you're putting a lot of your masculine features behind it, you're putting a lot of your feminine features behind it, but grounding yourself to the earth is what actually brings it out of non-existence into existence. Okay? So in order to make sure that you manifest the things that you want in your life, you're going to have to make sure that you're grounded and that you're balanced. Okay? And we also have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords talks about moving away from troubling times and into more solid ground. Okay? So, and if you notice in this card too, that's pretty dark clouds. You know, it's like a thunderstorm. She's walking out of this cloud. It almost looks like she's on a cloud, actually. And she's walking towards more light. Okay? So you might think or feel right now that you're walking through a bit of a thunderstorm, is what I'm picking up for some of you. But you have to remember that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? And I'm also hearing that it will get better for you once Uranus turns retrograde. I believe that is going to be in mid-August. I would look that up if you're unsure, but that's something that I picked up very strongly just now, because Uranus is an air sign, and it is something that is very electrical, that could make you feel as if you're in a bit of a thunderstorm, because it brings about drastic change. Okay, it's like the Tower card with the lightning bolts at the top of it. Okay, moving on. Okay, how you're going to handle it. We have the Moon card. The Moon talks about using your intuition. It also talks about the changing cycles of the moon. But also realize that because you are a sign ruled by the moon, that your moods are going to change like the moon. Okay? Um, if you're into astrology and you're wondering why certain days out of the month you feel kind of off, I would really highly look into what sign the moon is in on those days that you're feeling off. And it would probably be like a couple days out of the month that you just feel really off. And take note of what sign the moon is in when you're feeling so off, and kind of look for that in the future and see if there's a pattern there. You might actually find one. Okay? The next card that we have with this is the King of Wands. Again, this is masculine energy, but we females can show up as masculine energy, and so can males, obviously. But this is a very entrepreneurial card and energy. I'm also getting that some of you might have Leo for your moon sign, or a fire sign as your moon sign. Okay, and your moon sign deals with your emotions, how you are on the inside. The other thing that I'm getting from this combination is if you're planning on doing things for yourself in your own business, there is an importance to keep things under wraps until you're doing this. I was just actually explaining this to Leo because sometimes people aren't always on your side like you think they are. Okay? You might actually have a business partner that is in a fire sign as well. And the last card that we have here is the Seven of Wands. This talks about needing to defend yourself. And also blocking things out that aren't good for you. I'm really picking up here that some of you feel like you need to defend yourself and your business choices. If that's the case and you think you need to defend yourself on your business choices, if you're running this business independently, you don't need to defend yourself to anybody. Like, this is your business. This is your creation to grow and manifest and feel any type of way you want to about. I really hope that's not the case. If energies are like that and they're coming towards you, try to do some sort of protection against that, because if you're on the right path, you're on the right path, and nobody should try to stop you from being on the path that you're meant to be on. And 7 does talk about being on the correct path. Sevens Sevens in astrology represents the 7th house, and the 7th house is the house of marriage and partnerships as well. So if this is a marriage and your husband is making you feel defensive, maybe try to take a step back and see if that's actually what they're trying to convey to you. That might not be what they're actually trying to convey to you. Maybe they're trying to convey something else to you, but because Mercury is retrograde right now, it's coming out as kind of like funky. Okay? And see, this is a lot of fire energy, and we are in Leo season. The next card that we have is your advice card, and this is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage. It is also a card of foundations and home. You might be thinking a lot about home life right now and home matters. The 4th house actually deals with home and is home in Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house. Now you understand what I mean by this is like an astrology reading. So you might be thinking about home matters. You might have a fire sign in your home that's giving you a little bit of a problem, but it might just be because of Mercury retrograde. If not, then I would definitely try to wait until Mercury is out of retrograde to try to really communicate between each other. Or if you have some really, really good communication skills between the two of you, obviously try to work this out. But don't be surprised if, like, things are coming out of nowhere and you're like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm getting a kind of vibe like that. And I'm also picking up that for some of you, these people haven't said anything because they were too afraid to say anything. And for the rest of you, these people are just kind of in like a scarcity mentality and they don't know any better. It's not that they don't know any better, it's more like they're just afraid and they're coming off as something that they're not trying to come off across as. I can't talk. You see what I mean? If I can't talk, everybody else probably can't talk either. Okay. The last card that we have out is the Six of Wands. This is your third six. It is also the card of victory and another fire element here. You have a lot of fire right now. After that last Cancer season, hopefully it dries you off some. And you feel more invigorated and passionate about the things that you once felt passionate about again. And because of that, this Leo energy coming into, everybody's lives, we're drying off. We're getting ready to move forward with our heads held high, and we are seeking victory, but it's not in a in an overly ego way. It's more like victory from within, if that makes any sense. It's like we want to do the things that we want to do. We want to manifest in our lives the things that we want to manifest. And we are slowly starting to see the products of the things that we're putting out there come to us because we're balanced, we're grounded. Okay? That is all I have for right now. Again, if this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe. And if you're looking for information on donating to the channel or a private reading, all of the information will be in the description box below. Thanks. Bye.